Hello, this is Critical Information Bureau coming from whole England. This is Eyon Akumbe speaking. We are the people that bring you the truth, nothing but the truth. Because the truth is what is going to set you free. We don't accept donations. Please make all your donations to the interim government headed by Dr. Sako. Now, I want to make a very small comment about joining. And I can only talk about the things that I can analyze, I can understand, and I can explain. Okay. One of the stories that La Republique is parroting around is that we joined them. Okay. Let me try and put this into real life perspective here. I have $1 million. You don't have $1 million. So I decide that I would like this $1 million to be shared between you and me for no reason whatsoever. Just share it with you. That by itself is impossible. It doesn't happen like that in real life. And then I make you in charge of the $1 million. Okay? I don't stop there. I then work as your assistant. Southern Cameroon has resources. All right? The Southern Cameroonians decide that they don't want to control their banks. They don't want to control their timber. They don't want to control CDC, which is bringing a lot of money. They don't want to control taxation. Which council no one control the tax? They don't want to control custom and excise. They don't want to control a capital. They don't want a capital. They don't want a government for themselves. The Prime Minister of Southern Cameroon says, I don't want to be Prime Minister anymore. And that La Republique should come and take it over. And then we just work for them. That does not happen in real life, does it? Southern Cameroonians, think about it. I know some of you are still skeptical about the Ambazonia struggle. I understand that. I have my problem with the name, but we'll talk about that another time. Is it practical in real life? So somebody will take all of that and take all of that management and administration of his own resources and then give control of that to somebody else? I mean, what are all these people talking about? I don't understand. You know, people are appearing on television and talking all day, and let's get some practical perspective here. Did Southern Cameroon willingly and deliberately do the abnormal and the extraordinary by handing over administration of their country to La Republique? Was Southern Cameroon forced by anybody to hand in administration of their country to La Republique? All of that is negative. No. There's no mad person in this world that can take his bank account with a lot of money in it and then go and give it to somebody to control it. Spend as you like. Just let me be your assistant as you are spending. And if you want to give me a little bit of money from my bank account, you can give it to me. Even some of those things will cause a problem in a married home. We didn't do that to them. We didn't go to them and say, tell you what, give us all your banga or all your, I don't even know what resources they have in La Republique. I am confused. But whatever they have, bauxite, tin, whatever, let us control it from Boya. Let us control it from Boya. Close Yaoundé. Close Yaoundé airport. Let us control everything that you are producing. Your tax. Don't pay tax to Yaoundé. Pay to the people of Boya. Don't pay custom duty to Yaoundé or Douala. Just pay it to Limbe. We're going to sack Paul Biya, and the president is going to be somebody from Southern Cameroon. Your House of Parliament is closed, And we're going to have the parliament of Boya. The one in Boya is going to control you in Yaoundé. We are going to close any airport in the southern in Yaoundé. All planes will have to land in Tico. I think the Francophones are going to think, no, that is not a good idea. That is not a clever way of doing it. They will refuse. And everybody will refuse. There is no way in which the nation of Southern Cameroon went into a plebiscite with La République in order to give La République control of their country and their resources. That is not possible in real life. And that is not possible politically. That is not what has happened, or that's not what is supposed to happen. There is no way, I'll repeat this, that Southern Cameroonians on the plebiscite voting day were voting. Think about these people. Your parents went to vote. There is no way in which they were voting to hand over Toilette to La République, to hand over CDC to La République, to hand over oil to La République, to hand over all the timber in Manfé to La République. What I'm saying is to hand over their House of Parliament to La République, to hand over their airport to La République, to close their airport. If you told somebody who was going for that plebiscite that if you cast your vote, Tico Airport will be shut. If you cast your vote, all the timber in Southern Cameroon will become the property of Paul Biya's son. Will that person cast that vote? If you cast your vote in this plebiscite, Boya will no longer be a capital. Boya will be, Yaoundé will be your capital. And every time you want to make your passport or any document, or you want your salary to be rectified, sorted out, you need to go to Yaoundé. Surely, those people casting their vote were not casting their vote for that. What did the United Nations say themselves? The United Nations left a complete structure of Southern Cameroon with all the institutions in place. They did not ask you to surrender to anyone. They did not ask you to close Cameroon Bank. The United Nations did not ask you to dismantle PWD and give all the capital, all the caterpillars to Betty, Bulu, Ewondo people. Come on, Southern Cameroonians. Some of you who are skeptical and you don't understand any of this, go and ask yourself the question. The plebiscite, what were the people voting for? Were they voting to close Boya as a capital? You must ask yourself that question. I know this is just difficult for anybody to understand. It's difficult for me to understand it. There seems to be a misunderstanding by a lot of activists and a lot of people thinking that Southern Cameroon is part of La République. No, that is not what the United Nations prescribed. That is not what the people who were voting for the plebiscite were asked to vote for. They were not even asked to vote for that. They were asked whether they want to be in a confederation with La République, which means cooperation between two countries. We haven't taken their country, so they cannot take ours. The country of Southern Cameroon can no longer be with La République on grounds of the fact that La République has completely decided by independently, without the United Nations approval, they've decided to take over the resources of Southern Cameroon by seizing the government, closing the House of Parliament, closing their capital, closing everything that they have taken over Southern Cameroon by force. They've even had the audacity to remove the mobile wings. That is the truth. And for those people, this is not, this is not about belonging to this group or belonging to that group. Before we form groups and start to argue and fight against each other, we know all of us have to come to this agreement. Every Southern Cameroonian everywhere must come to this agreement. That include Dr. Munzo, that include Nso Foncha, these are thieves. That include Eric Chinje, that include everybody who is, even those strange activists, the enablers. They must all agree that on the day of the plebiscite, we did not ask La République to take over our country. And we did not plan to take over their own country. What La République has done is a fraud. Okay? To turn a confederation to annexation is a fraud. We all have to come to that agreement, first of all, before we can go into our merry and our different ways and start to argue with each other on social media. We must agree that the nation of Southern Cameroon has been illegally annexed by La République for their own benefit, and that this situation needs to be reversed by any means possible. This is Critical Information Bureau coming from Hall, England. Ayong Akombe speaking. Until next time, stay safe.